This video is about the WhirlyGlobe component. Now I have this library called WhirlyGlobe, which does what you're seeing here. It basically displays images paged over the network or locally on a globe with labels and markers and all sorts of things on top. Now one of the biggest problems people have had with this toolkit is that it's just too complex to get compiled and running. There's threading issues, there's Objective-C and C++, there's all sorts of utility libraries I use, and it just gets complicated. So what I've done is to wrap up the most commonly used functionality in a component. That's the WhirlyGlobe component. And that's what we're seeing here. This is a test app that's actually pretty simple that uses the component and does what you see here. So let's start with the basic stuff. The first thing is you can specify the base layer. For example, here is just a big image that's been chopped up into little pieces and is read all at once from local storage. That's run through image chopper, and it's kind of the standard WhirlyGlobe 1.2 library approach. Now in WhirlyGlobe 2.0 we added paging. So this is an example of a Mapbox tiles dataset, their geography class dataset, and it's paging the images as we go. And there are demos already up there on this. Now in addition to that, we've added paging remotely. So this is loading OpenStreetMap tiles remotely from the MapQuest servers, and you can see as you go in it pages. And of course it's caching and doing all that other great stuff. Now that's only part of what WhirlyGlobe does. The more interesting stuff are things like labels and markers. So for example, and this is all using the component, here are 2D labels and markers. You see they'll track a location on the globe, but they stay the same size. So if I zoom in, those markers still stay the same size. And as they go behind the globe, they disappear. And those are really easy. You just specify a location and what you want to display, and off it goes. Now there's 3D markers as well, and 3D labels. So the way we display those, like so, and you see they actually track with the location on the globe. That's what that star is there. Now if I select one of these guys, like let's say I select this label here, you'll see there's a pop-up. And that, not a true pop-up, but just a UI view. This is an actual UI view that's tracking a location based on where it is on the globe. And again, it disappears as it goes behind the globe and reappears as it comes back. And with the component, this is really easy to specify. You just give it the UI view and the location where you want it to appear, and then you can handle all the centering yourself and so forth. That was actually a feature that a lot of people had asked for. So that's the WhirlyGlobe component. It's very easy to use, and that's kind of the direction that I'm going to be going in the future with WhirlyGlobe. There'll still be high-end features for people, but mostly I'm going to try to make it a lot easier to use. So hopefully people will find this easier to use, and we'll see some interesting apps.